Now that the groundbreaking new composition, Grand Concerto for Tubas, for Tuba Quartett and Symphony Orchestra, has been premiered last night here in Duisburg in Germany with conductor Carl St. Clair of the Duisburg Philharmonic Orchestra. We want to talk a little bit about the new CD that features that piece and a lot more compositions of John Stevens. John, talk a little bit about all the music that's on that new CD.
Thank you, Heiko. First of all, it's a great honor for any composer to have a CD recording put out entirely of one's own music. And in this case, it's especially exciting for me because not only does the recording feature one of the world's great brass chamber ensembles, the Melton Tuba Quartett, but it also features the terrific Duisburg Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Carl St. Clair, American conductor who also does a lot of conducting over here in Germany and throughout Europe. The main part of the recording, of course, is to showcase the new work, but I'm also very pleased that two other works of mine for orchestra and then pieces of mine just for either tuba quartet or in one case tuba octet are also featured on this recording. The first piece on the recording is a work called Jubilare that I composed for the Madison Symphony Orchestra in the city where I live in the United States. They commissioned me to write this work to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Madison Symphony in the year 2000, and it was performed by the Madison Symphony to open that season. Following that on the CD is the string version of my work called Adagio. I originally wrote this piece for tuba euphonium octet. It was premiered under my own direction at the International Tuba Conference in Lexington, Kentucky in 1992. And a few years ago, I arranged this work for strings. It's very common for tuba players to take music originally written for strings and adapt it for tubas and euphoniums. This is maybe, as far as I know, the first instance where a piece originally written for tubas and euphoniums has been adapted for strings. In this case, both versions are on the CD, which is also a very exciting thing for me. Then, of course, the centerpiece of the CD is the new work, the Grand Concerto for tubas with the Duisburg Symphony Orchestra. And then the CD ends up with two of my probably most popular works for tuba quartet. The very first work I ever wrote, Power, which has been recorded by a number of groups, and this is actually the second recording by the Melton Tuba Quartett. And then the work closes with a piece called Benediction that I originally wrote for the American group, the Sotto Voce Quartet, and it's now been arranged by myself for wind band also, so it gets performed as a tuba quartet and in the wind band version.
Thank you, John. Wonderful. We are so glad you could come here for the premiere. We are now looking forward to the next performance this evening and to the next performances in the next couple of weeks. Next year, the concert is going to be performed in Bamberg, in my hometown with my orchestra. And, well, we hope that you come there, even the trip might be longish if you can't come. You might be interested in the CD that's also available as download.